Early morning, low light, cloud cover just thin enough. High above eastern Ukraine, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone holds steady over farmland and broken tree lines. The feed is calm, empty, almost routine. At first, nothing looks wrong. Then the image changes. A faint heat signature appears where there should be none. One, then another, then more. The operator doesn't zoom in. He widens the frame instead. That's when the scale becomes clear. This isn't a single vehicle. It's not a patrol. It's movement. Armored vehicles, tanks, support trucks, all in motion, using the same dirt roads, the same forest edges, spacing tight, discipline deliberate, not parked, not hiding, advancing. Within seconds, markers appear on the screen. Routes traced, speed measured, direction confirmed. This force isn't racing forward, it's moving carefully, which means it expects resistance. And that's the moment everything changes. Because once armor is seen this early, the battle doesn't start at the trench. It starts on the road, and what happens next would turn movement itself into a liability. Russian armor doesn't move like this by accident. Tanks, infantry carriers, and support trucks are expensive to operate and harder to hide. Every kilometer burns fuel. Every pause exposes heat. Every track leaves a record. And near Pokrovsk, terrain narrows the options. Tree lines funnel vehicles into predictable lanes. Open fields punish hesitation. There are only so many routes heavy armor can take without getting stuck or isolated. Ukrainian commanders know this. They've seen this pattern before. Speed-based pushes, smoke, tight spacing. The assumption that momentum can outrun detection. But the battlefield has shifted. Ukrainian drones aren't flying single missions anymore. They rotate, they overlap. When one leaves, another takes its place. No blind time, no reset. This isn't surveillance by chance, it's continuity, which means movement isn't just seen, it's remembered. And once a pattern forms, speed stops being protection. It becomes a countdown. The drones don't strike immediately. They follow. Altitude steady, distance logged, speed measured. Every adjustment on the ground feeds the picture above. The column moves into a shallow corridor, forest on one side, open ground on the other. From below it feels routine. From above, it's a funnel. One vehicle slows slightly near a tree line, just seconds, enough to ripple spacing behind it. That's when the decision is made. FPV teams are alerted, not to attack, to wait. Because timing matters more than impact. The lead elements commit forward. Turning back now costs fuel, time, coordination. Pushing ahead costs exposure. There's no clean option left. Range checks begin. 600 meters, 500, 400. The drone drops lower, staying beneath the tree line. Engine noise blends into the background. No warning, no signal. This isn't a chase, it's a setup. The moment the column fully enters the lane, the countdown tightens. 300 meters. And now, there's no room to maneuver. The first FPV drops in low. No warning shot, no hesitation. 300 meters, 200, 100. Impact. Not a fireball. Not yet. The drone slams into a support vehicle near the front of the column. Metal tears. Smoke spills outward. The vehicle lurches and stops. That's enough. Brakes slam behind it. Spacing collapses. What was a moving formation becomes a line with no rhythm. Another drone follows. Then another. Each strike lands seconds apart. Not simultaneous, sequential, deliberate. A tank absorbs a hit and keeps rolling. Cage armor holds. For now. But the damage peels away layers with every pass. Crews hesitate. Drivers choose between pushing through wreckage or stopping in the open. Both are bad options. Then it happens. One clean strike reaches exposed ammunition. The tank erupts. The turret lifts and twists midair before crashing back down. From above, the effect is instant. The column freezes. What was an assault becomes a survival problem, and the drones are still overhead. This wasn't luck, it was control. The decisive factor wasn't firepower, it was timing, visibility, and pressure applied in sequence. Ukrainian drones didn't hunt randomly. They watched, they mapped behavior. Every pause, every correction, every slowdown fed the system. Once the column was seen early, its fate narrowed. Armor is designed to survive contact, thick steel, reactive plating, redundancy, but it is not designed to survive constant observation. Each FPV strike didn't need to kill, it needed to delay. Delay created bunching. Bunching created predictability. Predictability is fatal. Cheap drones forced multi-million-dollar vehicles into bad choices. Push forward blind or stop exposed. Both options fed the same kill chain. Observation guided strikes. Strikes slowed movement. Slowed movement invited artillery. Artillery locked exits. Anti-tank teams waited for clean silhouettes. The cost imbalance is stark. One FPV drone costs hundreds. A single tank costs millions. But the deeper cost was tempo. Once momentum broke, command decisions lagged behind reality. Orders arrived late. Corrections came after damage. By then, the battle was already decided. Not at the explosion, but minutes earlier, in the sky. This moment wasn't about one column. It was about what comes next. Across Ukraine, battles are being decided earlier and earlier. Not at the trench, not at the strong point, but on the road leading to it. Once drones spot movement, the clock starts. Armor no longer controls tempo. Observation does. That doesn't mean tanks are obsolete. It means they can't move blind anymore. Every kilometer traveled under watch becomes a liability instead of an advantage. For Ukraine, this is force multiplication. Cheap systems, networked eyes, fast decisions. For Russia and every modern army watching, it's a warning. Mass without concealment becomes a target list. The battlefield has shifted upward. The low sky is now a front line that never sleeps. And whoever controls it doesn't just see the fight coming. They decide when it begins. If you want clear breakdowns of how drones, sensors, and timing are reshaping modern warfare, subscribe to the channel. New frontline analysis every week, focused on how battles are actually being won. Because in today's war, the first shot isn't fired, it's detected.